After the England national team returned from European duty with impressive style, their focus switches back to the Premier League. And who's going to come out on top? We'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to matchday number 32 in the old 2018-2019 Premier League season, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all hear under one roof. Now, before we jump into matchday number 32, we're going to take a look back at matchday number 31, and of course, the old FA Cup quarter-final predictions. See how many I got right, and see how many I got wrong, folks. So, kicking off the old weekend, it was West Ham United up against Huddersfield, and that ended as a 7-goal thriller. 4 goals to 3 in favour of West Ham, picking up a big home win for them as they end the season pretty strong. I actually saw it going in the same way, 2-1 win in favour of West Ham. Burnley took on Leicester City. That ended as a 2-1 win. Thank heavens for that. For Leicester City, up against them six-fingered banjo-playing weirdos, Burnley. Hopefully, they're going to end the season in the old drop zone. That's what we're hoping for. That's what will make my season good, is Burnley get sucked into the old drop and Cardiff survive. That's what I'm looking at. And that's what could make my season go the right way. I actually gave Burnley a bit of hope in this one. 1-1 draw over Leicester City, but hopefully... meanwhile, Bournemouth took on Newcastle United, and that ended up as a 2-2 draw, 4-goal thriller. I actually saw it go as a 2-1 win in favour of Newcastle, so I slipped up there. But Newcastle look good right now, look strong. Possibly could end up in the season, possibly top 10, as Everton continue to have troubled season. Fulham took on Liverpool, and that ended as a 2-1 win in favour of the number 1 spot. Liverpool actually saw a 3-0 win, so a comfortable win for Liverpool. So they actually squeaked by Fulham in the end. Maybe a little bit of nerves coming in for Liverpool. Everton took on Chelsea, and that is a comfortable, convincing 2-0, a surprising 2-0 win over Chelsea. And that gave Everton a big old boost as they try to secure at least top 10 football. They're actually only 4 points off of 7th spot. That's how close those sides are. I actually saw it as a 1-1 draw. So I got the right amount of goals. I just didn't divide them up the right way. Meanwhile, over in the FA Cup quarter-finals, Watford will be in the semis after they convincing 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. I actually saw it as a 4-2 win over Crystal. I expected 6 goals. What was I thinking? And meanwhile, Swansea City were ever so close to being one of the surprises of the whole season after they lost, though, 3-2 against Manchester City. I actually saw it as a 4-0 win in favour of Manchester City. So, got the right prediction, albeit not the same drama. Meanwhile, Wolves upset the apple cart a little bit over at Molineux, 2-1 win over Manchester United to put themselves into the old semi-finals. I think they take on... they take on the next guys. I actually saw that as a 3-1 win, going in favour of Manchester United, so I got that one wrong. And wrapping it up, folks, difficult one this one. Millwall against Brighton ended up a 2-2 draw after 90 minutes. I'm calling it, I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it as a 50-50 because, obviously... I think it went to extra time or penalties or something like that. And ultimately it ended up in favour of Brighton. Anyways, kicking on further to this weekend's Premier League action. All attention switches to the Premier League. Fulham will take on Manchester City. So that is 19th place. Fulham up against Manchester City, who are in 2nd spot now. Fulham have lost the past 6 on the spin. Up against Manchester City, who have won 6 on the spin. So realistically, you're going to go with an away win here, 3-0 win, away from home for Manchester City. Leicester City, they'll take on Bournemouth. Now, Leicester look decent. Obviously, they lost their first game under Rodgers, but they won 2 on the spin. But I'm going to make it 3 on the spin with a 2-0 win over Bournemouth, who are, they're a solid side these days, but they have lost 3 out of the past 6. Up against the Leicester City side, have also lost 3 of the past 6, but most recently on a 2-game winning streak, and things look different nowadays. Crystal Palace will take on Huddersfield this weekend. Crystal Palace are in 14th spot, won 3 out of the past 6, up against a Huddersfield side who won 1 out of the past 6, but most recently picking up a 3 defeats on the spin. But there'll be a 4th one after they lose at Selhurst Park, and I'm going to go with a 3-1 win. Brighton Hove Albion up against Southampton. This one's a stinker one right here. I don't know. It's very tough to call. Obviously, Brighton come into this game in 15th spot, winning 2 on the spin up against the Southampton side, who have won 2 out of the past 3. So it's tight. But you're going to go with home form and the old Amex 2-0 win for Brighton, and that win could see them jump into the 13th spot, up ahead Newcastle and above Crystal Palace. But we'll have to see what goes on between those two sides. Manchester United will take on Watford. Obviously, Manchester United come into this losing the last game against, who was it? Obviously, they lost against Wolves last weekend. They also lost against Arsenal in the Premier League last time out. So they've won 4 out of the past 6, up against a Watford side, though, who've also won, or who've lost 2 of the past 6. So it's difficult, but I'm still going to go with home form. Manchester United at Old Trafford is pretty much a given. Burnley will take on Wolves now. If Wolves look amazing sometimes, and they can also be a little bit shady at other times. They enter this match in 7th spot, losing 1 out of the past 6, up against a Burnley side who've lost 4 on the spin. I'm going to give Burnley a bit of credit. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw just because at home it can be a little bit intimidating. They could possibly win this game as well, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. And I do hope Wolves can add another defeat to that bow. Meanwhile, West Ham United up against Everton. West Ham United coming to this in 9th spot, winning 3 out of the past 6 up against the Everton side, who are where are they? They're in 11th spot. They've won 2 out of the past 4, and they actually only lost 1 out of the past 4. So not bad form, but realistically, West Ham look good under Pellegrini these days, and I'll be surprised if they're not in the old European action or consideration next season. I think if they can strengthen over the summer, they'll look a very decent side. Cardiff, now here we go, against Chelsea. Chelsea come to this match winning 3 out of the past 6, but have not won in 2 games, so difficult one up against a Cardiff side. I've also won 3 out of the past 6 as well. However, they did go on a barren run of 3 defeats on the spin. But fortunately for them, they most recently come out with a win. I'm going to go with a surprising 2-2 draw here to give Cardiff a hopeful point against Chelsea. They're just going to have to dig deep and find something. And if they could pick up a result here against Chelsea, I think they might be able to turn the mental screw on Burnley. Anyway, Liverpool take on Tottenham. This is probably the highlight, the pick of the bunch this weekend. Obviously, Liverpool coming to this top spot, winning 4 out of the past 6, winning in the past 2 against a Tottenham side who have a bit of a rough old patch. Have not won in the Premier League for 4 games at least. So difficult one. I actually think Liverpool will edge it. 3-1 win. Should be a good game, and hopefully plenty of goals to get excited about. But I still see the top 2 being as they were. Maybe goal difference could be a factor at the end of the season. And Arsenal will take on Newcastle as well to wrap up the weekend. Is that on a Monday night game? It must be a Monday night football, that bad boy. Arsenal coming to this in 4th spot, winning 4 out of the past 5 up against a Newcastle side who have just lost 1 in 6. So decent one, this one, but at the Emirates, I think Arsenal should edge it. 2-0 win, and that win could leapfrog over Tottenham into 3rd spot. Now, how fruity would that be to make the end of the season very, very spicy? That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button. Keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Premier League related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, they're all in there. Check them puppies out. You can catch up with me on the fly. And while I still have you, drop your own predictions down in the comment section down below to see what you think will happen this weekend. If you can out-predict the prediction king, boys and girls. Out-predict the prediction king. Anyway, we'll do it all again, same time, same place next weekend, as there's no more international breaks to separate the old domestic football. There are some cup games going on still that might kind of... we'll predict those anyway. It's only the FA Cup, so it's not going to be too much of a distraction. Anyway, we'll be back again, same time, same place, roughly next weekend for some more Premier League prediction. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.